Thank you. I think that laid out the legislation. Once again, this bill has been introduced before. Confident this time it's going to pass. We've really looked at what some of the other states have done. It's been tested in other states. And what we do know, like I said before, and I'll say it again, it's a good opportunity to give a break to our families in Ohio at back to school time and to provide economic stimulus in our retail merchants and our local businesses. We believe that this legislation will do just that, that the timing is right. That we have the bill introduced, and now we're going to go forward to get it passed. But at this time, I'll stop and answer any questions.
Senator, do you have a particular dates in mind for this? It's back to school. I've seen some of the literature here, but I don't see that mentioned.
It's the first Friday of August and the following Saturday and Sunday. So whatever the first Friday in August is, you start there, then you go Saturday and Sunday. Now, there are different ways to do this. Like I said in the beginning, you could think of an unlimited number of ways to do the sales tax holiday. This is a good starting point. We're going to go out and we're going to get feedback from other business owners and other groups that are interested. There's a pretty broad coalition. In the past, we've had, I would say, a pretty broad coalition, or many people from all across the board that have supported it. So we're going to continue to work, but we think that based on what we've seen in the studies in other states, that this is a pretty good combination.
Didn't the state do one of these, one-off one of these a few years ago?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Did the state
do a sales tax holiday?
Yeah.
No, not that I'm aware. We did, my first term in the General Assembly, I introduced a sales tax holiday bill. I know Representative Wilmowski, we were talking about before, introduced a sales tax holiday bill. It's been introduced before in Ohio. But,
why do you think it hasn't passed so far?
Well, I think that that when the bill, of course, we're dealing with tax revenue, so obviously we have to make the case, and I think we do in the study, that number one, it does provide stimulus to our merchants, and I believe a lot of the increased sales offset some of the tax revenue that's not being collected. So I think that there was hesitation about that early on, but now we have more states, we have more data, we have more information to look at. And clearly, I think it's a good proposal. I think that people, by and large, are hesitant about new legislative proposals when they haven't seen it play or haven't seen other states do it or they haven't had enough time to study it. But I think now we have good, solid ground. I think that we had good proposals in the past, but I think now the time is right. I think people are going to be more amenable to it based on the good work of the individuals standing up here today with me.
Maybe this isn't a study, but how much revenue do you expect to be either gained or lost through then?
Up to you.
Based on the study, as I mentioned, the view is that over 80% of the benefit will go directly to the consumer benefit from the sales tax holiday. The study does say that in the months of prior to, so July and the month after October, there would be a slight reduction in sales tax collections. But when you look at it on an annual basis, the impact on the state of Ohio's tax receipts would be insignificant, just barely a blip. So really pretty much a wash is the view of the study. So the only other beneficiary that would receive some benefit would be the actual retailer and possible people that are employed as part of increased staffing during that time period. But the big winner is the consumer that's going to receive that 75%